Here in my hand is a new Amex Gold Card. For years, this card has been a workhorse for avid foodies and frequent travelers, but its refresh has made the card more polarizing than ever before. With a 30% increase in its annual fee, many people wonder if this card is still one of the top credit cards in 2024. And so in this video, I'm going to share with you why American Express made this change to begin with, what changed, what stayed the same, the expected value of the card before and after the change, and lastly, my final thoughts and verdict. Alright, so before we get into the specific changes made, let's first begin with why American Express did this. The increase on the Amex Gold Card annual fee follows a trend in past years where various American Express cards have had their annual fees raised and their benefits tweaked. Here is a full list of Amex cards with recent annual fee increases, but a few I want to call out is the increase of the Platinum Card's annual fee from $550 to $695 back in July 2021, followed by an increase to the Business Platinum Card from $595 to the same $695 in January 2022. Now, since the fee increases are usually accompanied by refreshed benefits, American Express rolls out these product changes as marketing efforts to increase the buzz around their cards, to increase retention among current cardholders and acquire new ones. Obviously, it's never a good thing when a card gets more expensive, but in return, Amex adds additional credits to the card that could potentially offset the increased cost. Alright, so enough about why American Express made the change. Let's dive into what actually changed. The most notable change is the card's annual fee increasing by $75 or 30%. From $250 to now $325. This new annual fee kicks in instantly for any new cardholders and will apply to existing card members starting October 1st, 2024 on a rolling basis. This means that if you're an existing cardholder and your card renews before October 1st, 2024, you'll get one more year at the previous annual fee of $250. Now, if we actually compare this new annual fee to its business equivalent, the American Express Business Gold Card, we can see that the Amex Gold is still actually $50 cheaper. I mentioned this because prior to the announcement, there was speculation that the Amex Gold annual fee would increase all the way up to its business equivalent, as was the case for the Amex Platinum cards, but it was nice to see that that actually wasn't the case. But still, any increase in a card's annual fee is substantial, and so let's highlight the positive changes made to the card. The first is a new welcome offer. Amex is currently marketing getting 60,000 membership rewards points after you spend $6,000 on eligible purchases in your first 6 months, plus 20% back in statement credits on eligible purchases made at restaurants worldwide. Also in the first 6 months, up to $100 back through November 6th, 2024. If we break these two intro offers separately, the 60,000 membership rewards points offer isn't any different from before. In fact, you can still receive targeted offers of 75,000 to 100,000 membership rewards points, depending on your eligibility. The real update on the welcome offer is the 20% back in statement credits on restaurant purchases, up to $100 back. Now, the card already had a respectable sign-up offer to begin with, and so the statement credit offer is a nice cherry on top. Now, another positive change made to the card is the number of statement credits doubling from 2 to 4. The first of the 2 new credits is receiving up to $84 annually in Dunkin' credit. The structure of this credit is that you get up to $7 per month in statement credits after using your American Express Gold Card to pay at a Dunkin' location in the US. Now, Dunkin' has more than 9,000 locations nationwide with locations in 43 states. So most card members should be able to utilize a credit for a free coffee and donut each month. Unfortunately, if you live in Alaska, Idaho, Montana, North or South Dakota, Oregon, or Washington, this credit won't be of any benefit to you. Even for me, although there are many Dunkin' locations in Chicago, I couldn't tell you the last time I've been to one, and so this won't be very useful for me. The second new credit offered is a $100 annual Resi credit. You will get up to $50 in statement credits semi-annually after using your American Express Gold Card on eligible purchases at US restaurants on the Resi app or on Resi.com. Unless you live in a very small town or secluded area, you should be able to find restaurants you normally go to on Resi. And because this credit is allocated twice a year as opposed to a monthly credit, it should be pretty easy to use. Keep in mind, for both of these credits, enrollment is required to receive the benefits. To enroll, all you need to do is log into American Express, click on the Rewards and Benefits tab, click Benefits, and then click Enroll. Now, another change to the Amex Gold Card is a small lineup change to the dining partners eligible for the $120 annual dining credit. So as many of you probably knew, previously you were eligible to get up to $10 in monthly statement credits when you used your Amex Gold Card at Grubhub, The Cheesecake Factory, Wine.com, Goldbelly, Shake Shack, and Milk Bar. However, Shake Shack and Milk Bar have now been replaced with Five Guys. Now for me personally, this change doesn't affect me much, as I historically have always used this dining credit for Grubhub. By the way, if you didn't already know, you can get free Grubhub Plus if you have an Amazon Prime membership, which gets you free delivery if you spend at least $12 and lower service fees on Grubhub orders. In terms of the change from Shake Shack and Milk Bar to now Five Guys, it's really just a matter of preference that will form your opinion. Now, one other small added benefit with the refresh is you can now get 2x points on prepaid hotels, car rentals, and other eligible travel purchases booked through AmexTravel.com. I will say there are other cards that offer higher reward multipliers for prepaid hotels, but this change nonetheless is a positive one, especially for those that don't have multiple cards with annual fees. And the last change with the revamp will only affect a very small number of people, but there is now a $50,000 annual cap on the 4x dining rate. Previously, you were able to earn unlimited 4x points at restaurants. Now, the reason I say this change won't affect most card members is because the average person only spends about $222 per month on dining out. And so to put this into perspective, you would need to have spent an average of $4,117 monthly on dining before the 4x points drops to just 1x. Now, you may be asking what is staying the same. The card will continue to earn at the same rate, just with a cap on dining, and so you will earn 4x membership rewards points at restaurants on up to $50,000 per calendar year, 4x membership rewards points at US supermarkets on up to $25,000 per calendar year, 3x points on flights booked directly with airlines or on AmexTravel.com, 2x points on prepaid hotels, car rentals, and cruises booked on AmexTravel.com, and 1x points on all other purchases. And in terms of other benefits, you still receive the $120 annual Uber Cash, good for rides or Uber Eats, doled out in $10 monthly increments, and the $120 dining credit with a few changes related to the partners mentioned earlier. The card will also continue to offer special perks when booking stays 2 nights or longer with the hotel collection, including a $100 experience credit, room upgrades, early check-in, and late checkout when available. And you will still get access to Amex offers, not be charged on any foreign transaction fees, and receive travel protections, including access to Amex's Global Assistance Hotline, baggage insurance, and secondary car rental loss and damage coverage. Alright, so now that we've gone through all the details, I want to help illustrate the change in expected value of the Amex Gold Card, both for potential new card members as well as current card holders. Now, the easiest way to value a card is taking the annual fee and subtracting any direct credits or benefits you expect to receive. So previously, the card's annual fee was $250, and you were only eligible to receive the $120 Uber Cash and the $120 in dining credits, both provided in $10 per month increments. If you took advantage of all of those credits in their entirety, you would have received a total of $240 in redeemed value, which would have given you an effective annual fee of $10. Now, if we look at the expected value after the refresh, if you use the $120 dining credit, $120 Uber Cash, $100 Resi credit, and the $84 Dunkin' credit entirely, you would be receiving a total of $424 in ongoing value each year, which, after accounting for the increased $325 annual fee, gets you an effective annual fee of -$99. Now, chances are you probably won't use every single credit each year, and so it's important to be realistic in the true value you expect to receive. For example, if you live in the Midwest or Western US, where Dunkin' locations are far less common and don't use Resi, you won't actually reap any tangible benefits for the $75 higher fee. In that scenario, your effective annual fee would just have increased from $10 to $85. Now, the one additional consideration for potential new card members is a new and improved welcome bonus offer. Now, I value the change at a max of $100, which comes from the 20% back on restaurant spending worldwide offer up to $100 in statement credits. And again, I say this because the amount of membership rewards points you can earn after spending $6,000 on purchases in the first 6 months didn't really change. Now, one thing I wanted to point out, because I don't find it being talked about enough, is that in order to qualify for the offer, you must, 1, not have received a previous Amex Gold welcome offer, which includes the previous Amex Premier Rewards Gold card, and 2 have never had any version of the Amex Platinum card. Now, even if you meet both criteria, if you cannot meet the $6,000 spend requirement in the first 6 months without overspending, then the welcome bonus offer isn't as valuable. So with all that said, is the Amex Gold still worth it? Well, if you regularly dine at restaurants and buy groceries at US supermarkets, the Amex Gold card is still among the top credit cards for these categories. In fact, if you spend just $8,125 annually between dining out and groceries, you will break even from the card's annual fee without taking into account any of the card's other benefits. No other credit card gives you this high of reward multipliers on both restaurant and grocery spending. Not to mention, the rewards earned come in the form of membership rewards points, a flexible points currency that can be used to book travel on the Amex portal at 1 cent per point or transferred to Amex's travel transfer partners for even greater value. Second, if you find yourself actually using all 4 of the statement credits, then this card is well worth it, as the total value of the credits offered far outweigh the card's annual fee. However, if neither of these apply to you and you're unhappy with the annual fee increase, then this is a card you may want to look past. If you had the card previously, my advice is to not cancel your card right away. Instead, call or chat Amex to ask for a retention offer the next time your annual fee posts and see if they can offer you bonus points or an additional statement credit to entice you to remain a card member. If that doesn't work, consider downgrading your card to the Amex Green Card so that you can keep the credit line open. For me personally, I intend to keep the card for now and reevaluate after another full year with the new benefits. But I'd love to hear your thoughts down below on whether or not you prefer the changes Amex made to the Gold Card. With that said, if you prefer no annual fee cards that still offer great rewards, be sure to click this video here where I cover the 5 best currently on the market. Now that's all for this video. As always, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.